guys, so today I'm going to be talking about something super personal, so I decided to make it kind of just like a chit chat video. So I have my hair up in this disaster of a hairstyle. I'm wearing this nice comfortable Ellie and Jared sweater, which is just so comfortable. I wear it probably every day, and leggings. So I'm super comfy and I'm going to get down to the nitty gritty and I'm going to get real personal with you. It's really it's not very hard for me to talk about necessarily, but it is super personal. And so I just wanted to be comfortable. I just wanted this to be a nice chit chat video and we'll get right into it. This is actually a collab video, a collaboration video with Christen Huntley. I'll put her channel link down in the description or up here or somewhere, and you can go and check out her video. We're going to post it on the same day, so if you're watching this, hers is probably already posted as well. This video is going to be fears and expectations associated with an upcoming pregnancy. If you guys have watched my trying to conceive after a miscarriage journey, you should already know this, and I'm sure I've mentioned it before, but I'll just do a brief overview of my life and what has happened as far as trying to conceive our first little baby. Basically, I had a miscarriage at 12 weeks when I was only a few months married. I'd been married for less than a year and I was 12 weeks along. It was brutal. I had contractions. It was awful. And then later down the road, it was almost a year later, we finally decided to start trying again. We took a little bit of a break. We decided to start trying again. I got pregnant right away. I have really awful cycles. This cycle in particular, I ovulated on day 26, or the one that I got pregnant. This cycle, I didn't ovulate until day 43. So that's how weird my cycles are. But anyway, I got pregnant right away, and only a few days later, I miscarried. I'm pretty sure it was probably just like a chemical pregnancy, but it does apply to what we're talking about today. When I got pregnant with that second baby and I saw that positive pregnancy test, I honestly was not very excited. With the first time I got pregnant, I was I'm moving around a lot because it makes me more comfortable talking about this. But anyway, when I got pregnant the second time, when I got pregnant the first time, I was over the moon excited. I fell over into the bathtub because I was sitting on the toilet. I wasn't going to the bathroom, but I was sitting on it. I fell into the bathtub. I was just sobbing. We went out and got 20 more tests so that I could see that it was positive. I could not believe it. I was over the moon. And honestly, to be completely honest, I don't think I've ever been that happy in my entire life. I was so happy. When I got pregnant the second time, my husband came home. I said, "Can you please come home?" He knew I had been taking a test, so he kind of assumed it was going to be positive if I was asking him to come home from work. And he came home and I was in the bedroom and I was laying in bed with the 2 pregnancy tests. I had taken 2 different ones and I showed them to him and I was just I am terrified. I am so scared. I'm not even excited because I am so scared. I can't handle losing another one. I said that over and over again. I said I can't handle it. I can't do it again. It was too hard. I'm still dealing with that one. I can't do it again. And he was very comforting. He's amazing, but he was very comforting and, just said, we'll just stay positive, but, let's try not to get too attached. And I didn't, because I did miscarry only a few days later, and so I wasn't very attached. I didn't see the heartbeat. But I know now what it feels like to get pregnant again, and it didn't stick, but I remember in that moment thinking, I'm never going to really be excited for a positive pregnancy test ever again. Because it just makes me scared, because when I see that positive, instead of thinking, oh, I'm going to have a baby, I think, oh, I could miscarry again. And that terrifies me, just terrifies me. And I don't want to deal with that. With this next upcoming pregnancy, I'm not pregnant yet, but I did just ovulate, so fingers crossed. But anyway, my fears are just that I'm going to lose it again and that I'm going to get too attached. It's basically impossible for me to not get attached to a baby. With my first pregnancy, I did get to 12 weeks. And the hardest part about that is that at that point, you are pretty much thinking, okay, I'm going to be a mom. I'm going to have a baby. I know people have gone through even further of their pregnancy and miscarried, and that breaks my heart even more. But honestly, it's going to be a while into whatever upcoming pregnancy I have before I get excited and happy again. It's going to be a while before I feel safe. It's going to be a while before I feel like I can safely be excited. because I got so far along. I mean, a lot of women do miscarry at, you know, 5 weeks or 6 weeks like I did with my second one, but I know I'm going to go to that first ultrasound with my next baby. I'm going to see that heartbeat and I'm instantly going to fall in love. And that's my biggest fear, is falling in love with a baby that I don't get to keep again. It was way too hard. It was, you know, my baby at that point, you know, and I think my biggest fear is falling in love again and having it taken away. It hurts a lot. I really try not to get emotional when I talk about this. I try to make it like very relaxed, but when I think about an upcoming pregnancy and seeing that ultrasound and falling in love all over again with the chance that I could lose it, it just tears me apart. Honestly, it just tears me apart. I am planning on going to the doctor as soon as I get pregnant. I'm going to go and get a blood test to make sure that it's not a chemical pregnancy, because I think with my second one it probably was. I'm going to get a blood test to make sure it's not a chemical pregnancy, and I'm going to ask for progesterone. I've actually seen in quite a few of Ellie's videos, well, Ellie and Jared's videos, that when they first got pregnant with Jackson, they explained to her what progesterone was, and they put her on that right away. And then with Calvin, when she was having a few complications, she asked to be on progesterone, and they gave it to her, and then, you know, Calvin's great. And so I've been thinking about that, and I've been doing a lot of research, and that is one thing that I'm going to go in and I'm going to say, I want to be on progesterone. It helps to maintain pregnancy, and I'm basically going to say, like, and if not, I want a really good reason why you won't put me on it. But with this next upcoming pregnancy, my biggest fear is just falling in love too soon, and having it be taken away. I'm not going to necessarily try and prevent myself from falling in love with this baby, because I don't want to miss out on loving them as early as I can if it does work out. But I don't want to fall in love with something or somebody and have it be taken away. I'm also just scared that I'm going to lose them even farther along. That scares me. I think after about 12 weeks or 14 weeks, I'll feel a lot more confident that I'm going to have a baby. But I am just so nervous, and so I don't know, like, that's like the biggest thing. I know I said like discussing expectations and fears, but there's not a lot that I have on it, just because my biggest fear is losing it again. That's by far my biggest fear. I don't want to lose another little baby that I'm in love with. It's too hard. I have so many different fears that I couldn't pinpoint. I couldn't make a list of them. But my biggest fear in the world is falling in love with somebody that I don't eventually get to meet. It hurts. It's very, very painful. It's emotional, and honestly, I'm not even over my other ones. I'm not, and I don't think I ever will be. And just adding another baby on top of that is so scary. With this next pregnancy, they did say if you have 3, that's considered recurring, and so they'll look into it. And so I'm not hoping for a miscarriage by any means, but if I do, I am happy with the fact that they will look into it and they'll try and figure out why that was happening. So that makes me really kind of happy that, like, even if it doesn't work out the way I want, we can still figure something out and try and prevent it from happening again, I guess. But follow along with me. Click subscribe and follow. I do this like as if I'm saying like the video, but I don't know why I do that. But click subscribe. Follow along with me with us trying to conceive our first little baby. Hopefully it works out, and you're gonna want to be there for that. It's gonna be legendary. See you next time. Bye.